Okay, so yesterday I couldn't fix what I wanted to do. So yeah, I think today with a fresh mind I can resolve that problem. I think I know what went wrong. So last time I was trying to add elements to these instance indexes, but it didn't work because we can't do it like that. We can't just get a reference and add elements. So what I have to do is this. First I'll change the type of this object to an array, just an integer array, right? And we have arrays here. Now I'll fix them. Okay, add the element number is right here. Okay, now I have to do this part in here as well. In order to call clear instances, I need to give, before that, here also, instead of this I need to add elements to this mesh instances like this. Right, now after everything is done, what I have to do is this. Get this element and set members of that element, and here for the instance indexes I have to give this. So now I would have saved values saved in this instance indexes like this. Clean it for now, and we also have some other errors right here. Now in order to clear instances, I need to give the current HISM, that means a reference to current process hierarchically instanced static mesh as well. So I'll define that right here. I also have to clear this mesh instance the array which holds temporary hold this instance indexes as well, otherwise it will be wrong, because this will always have some values, some garbage values. Didn't work. Wait a minute. For this array, yeah, I am giving the instance indexes. It is correct. Oh, here I did not do this part. This part. Oh, I should connect it here and this one here. Sorry about that. Okay, this is where the current procedural element placed in objects are ended. So that's the place I should set the instance indexes. Oh, I need a reference to the structure, which I can get here. Okay, it seems still this is not working, because as you can see only some of them are deleted but not all of them. So this part is okay but not this part, and I'm not sure actually why that happens. See, only the half of the objects are not being cleared. Alright, so what can I do about this? Well, let's try another way. Can I create a custom event here? No, I can't. Can I promote this everything into a function? It seems possible. Let's see. Collapse to function. Place static instances. Let's see if it has any issues. No, everything is in order. Shall we? Oh, wait. What's the issue? What was the problem? Why couldn't I see this? Okay, let's promote it to a local variable. Oh no, let's just create local variable vertical index. Right, now let's see if everything is working as before. Yes, still it is working, and I can make them longer and move. Right, now I'll let's go to construction script, and I'll break this. Wait, I'll still do this part outside in the construction script. And in the procedural manager, I'll add another function, register procedural object, and as the input I will give a procedural object. I'll create, let me promote this to a parameter, procedural objects. Now I'll convert this to an array. Procedural objects, add, I think I should use add unique. Right, and this would be a little bit inefficient, but let's try this. So get all the procedural objects for each. No, before that, now I'm gonna get this one, and for each I'll clear all the instances, and after that I'll get the procedural objects, and for each I will, what's the name of the function I created? Place static instances. Right, I'll call place static instances. Okay, everything is gone, it seems. Oh, No, I didn't register for that. And as the procedural object, I'll give this self. Finally, it is working. And when I try to duplicate, it crashed. Alright, let's try again. Right, I had to recreate some of these functions. Hope I didn't change any names because I couldn't save before. Okay, so now in here, what I did earlier was this. Get this one, clear all. Yeah, so instead of doing it like this, I think I will create a custom event and I'll call it refresh instances. I'll do it as a do once. That is actually just to be safe, just to prevent crashing. Get this, and for each element clear instances, and when it is done, get the procedural objects and another for each get this one is static instances, and let's add a slight delay of 1 second. I'm trying this on as a method to prevent crashing. I'm not sure if that will work, but let's see. Now in here, let's call refresh instances. And it didn't work yet. Why is that? Well, no matter what, it keeps crashing and I don't see the instances here as well. So let's try something like this. Here, instead of this do once node, I'll add a branch and I'll call it refresh. The default value is true, and when everything is done, I'll set refresh to false. I'll make it public so I can read it in the inspector and the details panel. And the construction script of this one, if the branch, no, I'll call this one refresh instances. Like this. Nothing happens. Okay, now it seems it is working. Actually, I didn't do anything. Let me delete this one. Oh, right now here, if I set it to true, it draws new objects, but then nothing happens. Yeah, it doesn't crash. So if I change this spline like this and again go here and refresh, this happens. Okay, now this does work without crashing. Let me see if I can duplicate this without any issue. Right, it did work, but wait, why this one does not have any splines? Let's see. Okay, still its system is not perfect, but it worked anyway. Somehow it worked. See, there are some issues, but still it is working. Alright, so maybe the issue is this for each loop. What if I replace this for each loop with a normal loop? Let's create an index at the type of integer. Let's just see if that works. Set index to 0. Let me put this part aside for a moment. While let's add a while loop. No need to have a while loop. Let's get this one and the length. If the length is larger than the index, I'll get the index and clear instances. To branch like this. If that is, yeah, then index plus plus. And check this condition again. If this one is false, connect here and compile. Yeah, now it did work without any issue. It seems so. Let's try duplicating one. Still not perfect. But yeah, even though I couldn't fully fix what I wanted to do, now I think our purpose is completed here. If I go to add to engine advanced and scene rendering, yeah, this stays at 38. So that means even though I have multiple instances of this procedural object, the draw calls stays same. That means I am sharing these I have created instances of these meshes using a single instanced static mesh component across all these procedural objects. So yeah, that's the initial plan, that's the initial goal I had in mind. So even though this has become a little bit of failure, I think our purpose is achieved. So yeah, I'll stop this episode at this point, and sorry for the long disappointing 2 episodes I have done, but anyway, I'm gonna share it with you because I guess you learn something from that. So, but please feel free to ignore these episodes if you don't want to watch boring stuff. And if you like to support my work, you can get the membership of my Patreon club. Link would be in the description below. Thanks for watching. See you in the next episode. Goodbye.